Hello everybody, this is Robin Michael at the Benedetti Sessions and week 3 of our harmony vocal warm-up. Now, we've already in the last 2 sessions encountered the 4 basic chord types. Let's go for them again. Major 7th, flattening the 7th, we get a dominant 7th, flattening the 3rd, we get minor 7th, flattening the 5th, we get our half diminished. Then we flatten the 7th again, we get our diminished. Remember, these are the 2 extra ones we looked at. And the other one, the very important chord we looked at, was the dominant 7th, but with a flattened 9th, which composers used in the moment of most crisis. It's an incredibly angst-ridden chord. There's our dominant 7th and our flattened 9th, and that's the chord that I want you to be able to always know exactly when it happens, because it's so important. Let's sing up that. It's important that you can pitch, it's a bit painful, yeah, I know, that you can pitch the flattened 9th against the root. Very important that. Now, today's lesson, we're going to look at those 2 last chords, the diminished and the dominant flattened 9th, and there's something that unites those 2 chords together, and it's the scale, or the 2 scales, that we can use to harmonize those. Now, with this diminished, I'm going to show you something that if you're into sort of maths or music, might blow your mind, and it's something I love, and it's something, if you love the music of Bach, he was obsessed with numbers, how the cycle of fifths works, and this is all sort of a mélange of that. So, let's take our diminished arpeggio, and we've reproduced the octave at the top. That's our root, just up an octave. And I'm going to tell you that this scale is called an octatonic scale. It's because there are 8 notes in it. And normally the scales we know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we repeat the root. We've got 7 notes. This scale is constructed entirely of intervals of, well, we're going to start with a tone, and then it's going to go semitone, tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone, and we'll see where we get. So, let's sing our root. We're going to go tone, semitone, then a tone, then a semitone, then a tone, then a semitone, then a tone, then a semitone. Now, where are we? There's our octave, and we've got our diminished arpeggio inside that. Here's if I give you the ripple effect of the scale: tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone. You can hear it's sort of thing in Aladdin. Suddenly there was a dream. It's a fantastic sound. You can hear how we literally split the octave in half, and then we build up in those steps: tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone, semitone. Now that's a scale that's used all the time in 20th century music. Debussy used it all the time, Stravinsky, Messiaen. There's a Varegard that starts like that, which is all this diminished scale. So very important you can hear that and identify with it. Now, we started that progression of tones and semitones with a tone. What happens if we start it with a semitone? Let's see what happens. There's our root note. Sing a semitone. Sing a tone. 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 Well, hello. We've still got our diminished arpeggio, but a completely different set of notes inside it. Before we had, now we've got, you hear the difference in the sound of the 2. Let's just sing that second one, starting with a semitone. da, semitone, ha, tone, ba, semitone, ba, tone, ha, semitone, ha, tone, ba, semitone, ha, tone. Now, the difference between the first one, which was, and this one, we've got our diminished, but we've also got the notes around it. If I pick out two notes as well as those that are important, we've got that and that. Do you remember what that is? It's our friendly dominant seventh. Actually, not with that note, but just with the third and the seventh. Actually, the fifth is in there. We've got the whole dominant seventh, but we've also got a flat ninth. Do you remember? And it's all completely interconnected, this. So let's just sing our dominant seventh flat nine, arpeggio. And we've also, in this scale, got and the diminished in the same scale. And the thing is, that's something, again, that particular type of diminished, starting with a semitone, composers use a lot because we've also got a dominant seventh. And you'd be surprised where it crops up. I can think of many examples. My favourite, and it's a passage that's always hard to find a good fingering for, which is why you should practice these. And it's in the Algar Cello Concerto, last movement, where that scale that Algar uses like this, going into F minor, is just a diminished scale starting on G with a semitone. Yeah? So you can sound like Algar. You can also take that same scale, that's starting on G, and you can sound like John Coltrane, just inversing it. Let's sing that, because it's really cool, and I want you to be able to reproduce that on your instruments. Everyone can find the music for the Algar and play that, but this is cool. So I'm going to start now. Slow down. Let's sing our scale starting on G. Semitone, tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone. Now, let's take our G, and I'm going to go down a tone, pardon, a fourth, up down a tone, and then you go down a major third, and we're actually coming down our diminished arpeggio like that, but filling in the notes. Let's do that slowly together. Down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, now down a major third, down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, our next degree of the, you can hear that's our arpeggio. One more time. Down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, down a major third, down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, down a major third, down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, down a major third, down a tone, up a fourth, down a tone, down a major third. Okay? It's a lot to take in, but if you can get that sound in your head, it's a sort of, you will profit enormously. So just to go over that again, our diminished arpeggio, we've got two scales, in fact, to go with that, and they both alternate tones and semitones. So we've got one that starts with a tone and then goes up semitone, tone, and then we've got one that starts with a semitone and goes up tone, semitone. And that second one, the one that starts with a semitone, also has our dominant seventh. and a flattened ninth. So there are two very different functions for it. Composers use them in a different way, but I want you more than anything to just either sit at the piano, sit at your instruments, and be able to just absorb the sounds of these, because particularly when you're working with music that's been written in the last, say, 120 years, you will encounter those two scales and the arpeggios that come with them everywhere. Okay, now the very last thing we're going to finish off with, I was doing a Zoom chat with Nikki and the teachers the other night, and we got talking for some reason, I can't remember why, about the Debussy violin and cello sonata. And I just wanted to, as a final thing, ear training thing, because the Debussy violin sonata, well, both the sonatas are two of my favourite pieces, because the cello sonata I get to play a lot. The violin sonata, I don't play the violin, but I have played it on the piano. And they're both extraordinary pieces. And the violin sonata starts with these two chords that are very much related to each other. You can hear how that's chord 4. It's starting in G minor. You can hear how that's G minor. And the violin enters. So actually that becomes a dominant 7th. And then we get this chord, E flat minor, and it comes from nowhere. And it's a sort of magical thing. It resolves to a D7. Now, that chord D7, our dominant 7th, all these should be really familiar to you now. It's back to G minor. So in fact, there's 4 chords: G minor, C7, E flat minor, D7. There's only one that doesn't really belong in our key of G minor, and that's the sound of this E flat minor, because we hear it against a C major. So I want us to sing these 4 chords in turn, just to be able to pitch them, just to get into Debussy's sound world. So let's sing our G minor. Bom, 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 bom. Now can you pitch bom, 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 C major against that? Bom, bom, bom. Now, if there's a root note, I want you to find an E flat. And the reason this is difficult is because we've got an E natural in that C major triad. Bom, bom, bom. Sing those 3 again. Bom, 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 that's just like the start of a pop song. And then and now can you sing the D7? It's a semitone below. Yeah? That's something I'd like you to sit at the piano and just pick out. G minor, C major, E flat minor, D7. That has a lovely natural ninth. Okay? Now this is just a little appendix to our normal lesson, just to show you how all these things have such a practical use. He does it in the cello sonata as well. Starting in D minor, we get a chord 4, a chord 5, we're kind of in C major, G major, and from there, the cello has a little cadenza, and we get from nowhere, it's the same E flat minor that we had in the violin sonata, but coming from G major. You can hear how far away that is, but hopefully we now can all pitch those things in our head, because also as an instrumentalist, if you can't pitch what's coming up, you will never be able to play these notes in tune. You always have to be able to hear ahead of yourself where you're going, so that you can anticipate the next harmony. Good luck with that. I'll see you soon.